Well, hello and welcome to another month of the ModaliTea Club. It's now month 4, can you believe it? And we're still here, so thank you very much for your support, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. It is now summer is here, there's some sunshine, isn't there? Fingers crossed it will last, and the flamingos are out, so I thought it was about time we had a summery tea. So I've pushed the boat out, we'll do something a bit different, and again this month, don't get too used to it, but we're going to have 2 different teas this month in the same style. So this month we're having white tea. So without further ado, I'm going to get brewing our white teas. So I'm brewing them for 3 minutes, these. Although our first tea, I have cheated a bit. Oops. And I put a bit of cold water in because this water's fresh off the boil and it had to be a bit cooler for our first white tea. So our first white tea is called white Peony, or Bai Mu Dan in Chinese, and it comes from Fuding in Fujian province in South China. Fuding is known as the beautiful mountain of South China. Who knew? And it turns out they make beautiful tea as well. And check out the tea. These leaves are amazing. Can you see? They're kind of furry, hairy, and they're kind of like they've got a bit of a white tinge to the green leaves, hence the name. So very cool. So that's our first one, white Peony, and this is a spring 2019 tea, so absolutely fresh and super yummy, really kind of light and refreshing, summery, detoxy, high in antioxidants. Now I kind of first came across this as the Tea Pigs version called Great White Shark or Great White Tea, and I kind of had it one breakfast thinking there's no way that this light tea is going to be kind of enough to kind of get me going in the morning, but it turns out that actually white teas are quite high in caffeine, but also just the really refreshing tea really hit the spot, and I thought, yeah, I could get used to drinking this in the morning. So that's our first tea. Our second tea is an aged white tea called Gongmei or Gongmei, and this is a 6-year aged tea from 2012, and it's very similar to a 6-year Gongmei aged tea that we had at the SGP event just before the ModaliTea Club started, and Catherine Howe still says that's the best tea that she's ever tried. So I hope you like this one as much. Now this one does come in fancy pants packaging because the Chinese are good at packaging. Check this out. So certainly bright and eye-catching, and I'm going to do a bit of unboxing live on this tea video. Okay, see if I can get this to work. So here we are. It's a little bit stiff, so it's a good fit. And voila, so here we have this cake of aged white tea. And you see, I've not opened this. I do have a sample already, which is what we're drinking. You might be thinking, is this a fake? It's not really the real thing. And so it's got 2 layers of packaging in it. And there you go, so it's this kind of very dark, interesting looking tea, isn't it? Quite different to the first one, but that's the effect of age and oxidation. So voila, I'll put that down there for now. So, and my buzzer's just gone. It is time for the grand plunging. So there we go, and you can see that there is quite a difference in the colour of these teas, isn't there? This is a very light kind of straw gold colour tea. This is a very kind of robust looking terracotta kind of orange flavour colour, and that hints about the flavour profile as well. So just to recap, I've brewed this one with a bit of cold water added. It's about 85, 90 degrees, whereas this one I've brewed fresh off the boil, both for 3 minutes this time. And these teas will re-steep and re-steep, probably for the Bai Mu Dan, the white peony, maybe 3 times. Who knows? It might go a bit further. The Gongmei, easily 4 times. And if you're feeling really crazy, what you can do is you can just throw the tea leaves in a small saucepan with about 300 ml of water and boil it up, simmer it for about 10 minutes. And what comes out is this really kind of thick, sweet, syrupy, fruity kind of date syrup kind of tea, and it's just amazing. It's also pretty powerful stuff because you've really extracted all the caffeine from the tea leaves in that process. So that's a morning brew for sure, but very enjoyable. It's one of the best tea experiences I've had, so please give that a go. So without further ado, cheers guys. So this is the white peony, and sorry, I should have smelt it first. So it is, it's kind of quite a heady aroma really. It's kind of very clean, but still quite heady. And then we've just been packaging it up last night, and it smelled amazing. I was really enjoying the smell of the leaves. Quite kind of relaxing, maybe very chilled out. And the aroma of the liquor is the same really. So it is quite kind of light in flavour, but there is kind of some very nice sweetness to it, and maybe a bit of kind of white melon fruitiness, maybe a very slight citrus hint. It's really nice. So cheers. And the reason why white tea kind of is kind of a bit like green tea. You know, the leaves were a bit similar colour, weren't they? But it doesn't have that same astringency, and maybe not such a kind of so full-on grassy flavours as you might expect with the white tea, with the green tea. But it doesn't have the kind of malty notes of a black tea. Is what they've done is it's the simplest processing ever. With green tea, you're trying to kind of kill off the enzymes as quick as you can, so you preserve all the green flavours in the fresh leaves. In black tea, you're trying to do the opposite, really maximise the oxidation, twist, curl, rub the tea leaves, do all kinds of stuff so that they oxidise fully, and you get something really kind of dark red. Whereas in white tea, they just leave them out to dry in the sun. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And so it's very natural, you could say. So there's a little bit of oxidation that happens that takes out most of the astringency, but you don't get maybe the same malty flavours developing as a black tea. Also, the picking is quite important. So the white peony is the bud of the fresh branch that's growing in the spring, and 1 leaf. And the bud is quite sweet. The leaf gives a bit more flavour. Whereas the Gongmei is a bud and 2 leaves. So then you've got a bit more that's going to oxidise and change through these 6 years of maturation. And as it oxidises, I guess it's becoming a little bit more like a black tea, but it's also changing differently, really. But you can see obviously it's going this kind of colour that's closer to a black tea. So without further ado, cheers. Wow, and that's really quite markedly different, really. It is, it's sweeter, I'd say. It's got kind of date, raisin and figgy flavours. And the mouthfeel of the sweetness just kind of goes on and on and on. That's really very yummy. So definitely, it's one of my favourite teas, kind of aged Gongmei, and I hope that you really enjoy your sample in this month's tea club. The Gongmei, we said, comes in this kind of compressed cake, and so I've had to break it up a bit in order for you to get your sample, and it's going to come in a little packet like this, label still to be attached. And I just want to show you how to break it up, because you will want to break up the tea into the leaves if you can. So here you go. Here's a bit of this tea. So you can see those leaves. And what you want to do is kind of twist it. Can you see I'm just twisting very slightly, very gently, working the tea leaves, and they kind of break apart. And if you do that with enough patience, it doesn't take that long really, then actually the tea leaves come apart enough that you're going to be able to brew these sections, and they'll brew pretty nice and quickly. So hopefully that's given you an idea about how to prepare these teas. Now I've kind of measured grams, but I suggest maybe a big heaped tablespoon of the Bai Mu Dan. 25 grams should be about maybe 6 servings. You've got 18 grams of the Gongmei, so that's probably about 4 servings, so aim for about a quarter of what you've got. And enjoy, have fun, let me know what you think. I really hope you get into white tea like I have. First the Bai Mu Dan, the white Peony, the really fresh new edition this year, and the elegant, smooth 6-year-old Gongmei. So cheers guys, and enjoy.